Hello. I think maybe a minute early. I just wanted to get going. All right, we already have quite a few people here. Relative, of course. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Sunday Evening with Roxanne. I am your host, Roxanne, here at Odyssey of Ascension, where we talk about ideas of consciousness ascending the human species, the wonderful things beyond polarity, and the diarrhea of the human mind that distracts you with seductive value. It keeps you in your own fucking prison. Isn't that wonderful? Hello, Jennifer, Haim, and James, and whoever else is out there. Say hello in the chat if you like. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. And if you are not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. There's a couple things I want to talk about. I want to show you something. The coolest thing for me, this is a me thing, you know. There's Kimmy. Okay, so here in San Antonio, we got 11 million. We're the seventh largest city in America. So we get people in events because there's a lot of people here. So it would attract a lot of, I guess there's money, so people would come to town. So we have a couple of these malls that put on these events. And this last weekend was the Willy Wonka Festival. And so I go down there at the Wonderland Mall, and they have Willy Wonka themes, and there's Willy Wonka people dressed up, and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and different ideas. Hello, Robin. And then I get to meet my favorite, my absolute favorite, Veruca Salt to Roxanne from A Bad Egg, Julia. I don't remember her last name, but that's Veruca Salt. I got to meet her in person. I took a picture with her. Let me show you. So there's me and my Tommy Jean. Probably the lighting is going to be crap. There you go. Kinda. Yeah. So there she is in the middle. There's Tommy on the right. There's me on the right or left, depending on your point of view. So that was Veruca Salt. And she is actually a therapist now, doing that for a living. I don't know if she still lives over in England or not, but her accent was there. And she sang a little bit for me because I was deciding what picture. And one of the pictures have her in this little, when she's singing in the factory with the Oompa Loompas. About the golden goose, right? And so she started singing a few bars, and it was wonderful. How fun was that? And gave her a big hug. We chit-chatted for a while. That was a wonderful, wonderful yesterday. That was in yesterday, actually. Very nice. So yeah, I wanted to share that. So what I want to talk about tonight, I got Akina coming in a little bit in a little bit, but I wanted to talk about a few things in the concept. It was cool. Oh, also, hi Ella. Also, I think his name was, I don't know if it was Timmy, the little cowboy kid that had the space thing and turned into a chocolate bar going from one side to the other. He was there too. His first name is Paris, but he was there too. I didn't take a picture with him. I had no interest in him. Veruca, that's who I love. But anyways, he was there, and little Eddie Munster was there too, which had nothing to do with Willy Wonka, but I guess he was in town, so he set up a little booth, and he had a nice line behind it too. He was there, little Eddie Munster signing pictures and stuff. So it's cool to live in a city that attracts those kind of ideas. I thought that was kind of fun. So the first thing I want to talk about me, and then we'll get into, we're going to do a little bit of a channeling. I'm trying to talk long enough till I tell the computer not to do an ad, because there's nothing more horrific than watching a live and then an ad pops in. And it's like, God. Anyways, hi. I wanted to talk about maybe another angle of representation to see where your value is. Every day, all of us, we have thousands of choices. most of them go unrecognized because they're so valuable to us. We don't realize our behavior is an actual choice. There's so many habits that we have, so many routines that we have these valuable ideas on how life is supposed to be. So we slip in the now and go through our day without even noticing there are so many potentials for different choices, creating different experiences in your reality, creating, of course, your own reality, creating your own universe, creating your own different world. But it's very hard on a conscious level to recognize these different ideas. But the one thing you can absolutely recognize, we can all recognize, is anytime we come up with something that is very valuable to us, and it would be considered a loss if we didn't do it. It would be considered, there would be consequences behind it if we didn't do it. It stirs up fear if we didn't pay attention to it. So those truths are often looked at as societal, being human, that's what life is, truths. But they're not. They're choices. Every day you have a focus on creation. Creation says, okay, this is your truth. Guess what you're going to get? Your truth, right? And then I was looking at the representation in the mirror, right? People looking in the mirror and as a reflection of ourselves. And you see a person acting a certain way. And what that is representing is, do you have value in what they're saying? You're tuning into this right now. The words, what Akina says, has a certain quality of creation. Its existence. It's unconditional. It's worthy. Its existence. It is unmeasurable. However, it's up to each individual universe or singularity that focuses on this video, that values it in whatever way you can. So you must see that every single person looking at one thing is going to interpret it subjectively, uniquely, in their own way, very uniquely. There might be commonalities and shared and ideas exchanged, sure, but that's up here on human. Down here in core, in heart, this is where life is, right? This is where life is. Life is, hi Jenny, life is everything that is valuable to you, that you put energy into. Remember last week we talked about focus. We talked about focus on that will give you a world. So if you have a person or a situation that comes into your life and it is attracting you and it stirs certain communications within your vibrational field, emotions, happy or sad, or somewhere on the polarity scale, it's very valuable to you. That is never a must, never a scripture or a standard. That, just like everything, is choice. Maybe this can give you a deeper sense of recognition into the possibilities of you changing your world. Okay? You want to change your world. The world you have right now is because the person that you are. If you want a change in yourself, it's not constructed out of polarity. It must be constructed out of a different portion, a different part of you, the authentic you, the you that wants something through its will without the need of it, without the reason of it. It just wants to explore it for the beauty, for the sake of it, for the existence of it. It's a completely different quality. Up here, we have all the reasons why we have to behave the way we do. We walk around as a collective in monumental fear every day. You're welcome, right, Master? Thank you. I was reading the chat. Every day we walk around in fear. Humans have fear all around them every day. It's a hostile world. There's murder, rape, authority. There's violence everywhere. And you walk and you guide yourself through this minefield of humanity, trying to make and carve out the best life you can according to what you're using, values of humanity, to guide you. But see, that's That's the lackful self that you know is truth, that coveted in this human experience, this human truth, these valuable ideas of humanity. Why would you get a life beyond humanity if you use those values? If you keep using that system to interact with reality every day? You have to go beyond that, masters. You have to look at the anxieties of the world, the panic attacks of the world, the fears, the consequences. Everything in the now is always and ever shall be. Every single person that's alive and well right now has always been alive and well in the now. The prison, the fear, the regret all live in the mind. That's the structure of value that you value. So you have a situation that you attract and you are obligated to behave in a certain way. That behavior is a vibrational rotting cell for you, but you choose it because the fears are overwhelming, which are occurring in time, but not in the now. And you behave off of that behavioral truth of fear to prevent the consequence, but you keep yourself in the rotting cell. You keep yourself in pain. Ouch. That's where you got to look at the value of where you put your world. I've done so much work on vibration. I understand it now at such a different level on how we literally create our reality. But it took me years to get it out of here and into here. So you have to deconstruct the value that you every day keep energizing. That world is not there until you look at it, define it, interact with, relate to it, express it, and it becomes, bam, your next now. Don't think the world is solid, linear, constant, permanent. The world is created in the moment, every moment, according to vibration. If you have the courage to destroy your past by building a new future, only in the now. You can't build the picturesque future of your needs and desires of the human lack. You have to build the future of now. Oh, Debbie with a $25 super chat. Thank you so much, Debbie. Great to hear from you always. Did you love the Veruca Salt picture? I just talked about it at the beginning. I know. I think you saw it. Anyways, thank you, darling. Thank you so much, guys, for that. So I know if I behave in a certain way and I have the courage to look at that and I feel a resistance towards a new behavior, then I know I'm up against a part of me that's ready to die or ready to be energized and continued. See, because that readiness is me. It's not the consequence. It's not the external idea. The idea is neutral until you energize it. All thought is neutral until you energize it into a reality with focus, with value. See, we all look at these goals and these lofty goals and these hopes and these dreams, but they don't have value because you're looking at the ego mind conceptually of futures and hope and ideas. You can't create a future out of that. You can do goal setting and go to school and work hard and do all that. You can have a human life, but the people in here are not humans. I'm not talking to humans. I'm talking to awoken gods. So you have to look at how to create your future by looking and doing now. And you're going to come across a moment of your time that's going to say, this is the moment that, this is the time, the moment that Roxanne was talking about. I can make a different choice here. The biggest one for me was obligation. I was very, very obligated. I had fears about, we talked about it, anger from my parents, fears about money, obligations to society to please. So whenever I had to do something, I would fear absolutely repercussions for my actions. And I'm adjusting my actions because I'm always thinking what the other person would want. Ludicrous, insane to ever think what another person wants. especially a narcissist that you want to please, but you can never please, because without the relationship of them dominating you with the constant you needing to please them relationship, there's no end to it. They'll never be pleased and you'll never quit. That's that idea. So I saw that in myself. If I don't stop being what my mind, my valuable mind says to obligate myself to a behavior, then I am going to rot as a human. I'm going to be miserable. I'm already miserable. Let me try to be happy. So I stopped being obligated. I stopped fearing those consequences. But I had to recognize them and I had to change behavior. So we have a huge and enormous time in humanity. All the creation, all of the universe, all of these 380 plus species that are watching humanity are focused on this week. Here it comes. Convergence or divergence? That's it. Very exciting times. What I say tonight, what Akina says tonight, is not scripture. It's not anything but an unconditional idea for you to choose your relationship with it and create your own world. All we do is offer truth that we find valuable in the kingdom. And these things I found. I know I cannot look and focus on the division of the two in the upcoming presidential. I know I can't look at the rights and wrongs, because I will find rights in both of them and I will find wrongs in both of them. And I'm not going to take out the old Ben Franklin and put a line down the middle and decide where I'm going to place my idea based on a calculation. That's this. That's my human. That's reason and logic and argument. That's division. That's a vibration. That in and of itself is its own nation, its own democracy of interacting with humanity. It's a way to do it, but there's another way, masters, and I found it. And all of you have it in you too. It's just another idea of relating to reality through a different perspective. All of these things of polarity are very valuable to the humans. But a master that recognizes choice realizes those things aren't the constant. They're not the permanent. They're not the musts. They're not the obligation. They're not the needs. They're not what a must be. They're not the permanence. They're not, that's what life is. They're choice. Everything beautifully, masters, is so fucking beautifully choice. But the recognition of choice is so difficult and so elusive because we are so in this slipstream of automatics because our emotions are leading us with the truths and the mind's reinforcing those emotions because it keeps you safe, secure, the best version of yourself, always coming up with excuses why you can't do this or do that, be better or be that. Fighting against your mind, fighting against others, getting that reflection. And it's all because, not them, because of your vibration is inviting these versions of ideas so you can validate your world or you can change your world. You, masters, can change your world. But you have to recognize yourself, the value in the reflection, the people, the versions of the people you interact with, the ideas that come forth. What is it? That's where you look. That's where you understand creation. That's here. It's not here. You don't abandon your mind. The intelligence mind is still there. You abandon the ego, the part of you that's divided. There's a concept I'm working on right now, and we've been teaching it in Sly and another's been teaching me about this concept, and this is for the master classes after the election, to work on this concept, to understand that the mind itself, the thinking mind, the one you can think about something, is a division itself, because we are all that is. I don't have a concept about all that. I am the experience of all that is. So I'm looking at the now fleeting instead of the now in reflection, using my mind to reflect about something, to have another point of view within my own kingdom. I don't want 2 points of view. I only want one. So I'm looking at these ideas moving forward. Very exciting times for us. Very exciting times. I know in my heart of hearts, every single person on the earth this time that incarnated during this moment came for this moment to be a part of this energy shift, this dynamic explosion of energy. It's just wherever the human collective wants to go. See, the wonderful thing about this is it has nothing to do with us if we have enough will and worth inside ourselves that wherever the earth goes, it won't affect us. Because an effect, a cause and effect, is a perception. It's always a perception. That's the mastery you need to see. So I'm going to bring Akina in here and see what she has to say. Good people in here. Thank you all for joining me in. This is really awesome. Again, guys, if it goes to, can you open your eyes, Akina? Kind of. We can check. Well, let me know, because I don't know. I don't want them to go through an ad. Just to remind everyone, as far as I know, in order for me to go live with you, I have to be monetized. I think I can turn off monetization now, though, but I had to be monetized in order to go live, and I could change it later, maybe. And they just told me that. I'd rather not ad come in the middle of this. So, anyways, let me get Akina in here. Ready, guys? Ready? Thank you so much. Ready? Greetings, humanity. Yes, let us express an idea. This evening, you are on, if you will, a crossroads, a cusp, a divergence, and a convergence, as Roxanne has just laid out for you. There are two paths that the human collective can take: a vibrational splitting, a convergence with the galactics, or a divergence, keeping your structures and strictures within a conscience, expanding the idea, and extending the idea 20 plus years before the idea in your world to receive open contact. These ideas have, as Roxanne was speaking, a value in your heart, but they are more than an interpretation of the mind. They are a vibration. They must be understood at a different relating of consciousness. You can slip yourself from topside. Your ego is topside, running around on the surface of you. You take your awareness, move it down into your heart chakra. Feel the pulsation of these two potentials. Find the energy within you. This should not sway your ideas of your mind. We're not changing your mind here. What we are doing is offering you a vibrational insight into your own truth in what you would call a retrospective idea of your incarnation. What timeline did you want to potentialize within your structure to experience while you are still beating the heart, so to speak? If you can understand these concepts, then you can, if you will, drop your awareness and open your heart to feeling vibration, feeling ideas. Now, first off, you will be interrupted by your repetitious structure of your egoic mind that wants to, quote, run interference on change. Change for the human is extremely uncomfortable. Nobody likes it because it means uncertainty, unknowns, ideas of I'm not sure, doubt. And these leave a looming feeling within the structure of the human. Humans feel better when they have identified themselves in the way of idealism that gives, fulfills, soothes the emptiness of uncertainty. Most certainly. So, as you shift your awareness into your heart chakra, open up and allow your interfering mind to pass through you, penetrating, but then dissipating in your unconditional love. Your interfering mind is certainly, ever will be, ever shall be polarized. It will have division. It will be blatantly obvious. And at that point, allow it to dissipate through you. Regain your focus. Feel the vibration beyond the structured mind that solicits emotion about your better future. Which future you want to be, because that is, of course, obviously a structure of division. However, we are in unity in this idea. It is not the unity of the collective that we seek. It is only the unity of yourself. Once you are unified with the whole, there is no division. Therefore, there is no reality that you cannot attract that is not 100% yours. Vibrationally, residentially, aligned with you. So, if you feel your reality, it will begin to build a picture, a vibrational picture that might be lost in translation to a point with your egoic memory to try to feel, then, quote, picture what your future holds. Stave this off, masters. Continue vibrating, feeling, interpreting through allowance and love, and allow the picture of intelligence to be birthed in your own consciousness of the potential value of your imprinted idea of the original journey you chose to experience upon arriving in your separation motif. Now you understand relationship at a different level. It takes practice. It takes discipline. It takes focus. And it takes an amount of humility and surrender to the ego, but never partaking in its wishes. You recognize, own, allow those beliefs of separation to flow gallantly through you as you disseminate them with your unconditional love, with your perseverance of unity within your own kingdom. Once again, returning you to your own throne, creating your own world, and choosing the world, the earth, the reality, convergence, divergence timeline that is aligned with you. Truth is your ego doesn't know. Your ego is a structure off of opinion of others. Why would you ever use that? Hmm? You must find in your heart the awesome truth of you. You can do this with a shift of awareness, spending time with the feeling of where you choose to be vibrationally. How does it feel on the earth I want to create for me as I go forward in a space time continuum? Hmm. These are things for you to answer yourselves. We will never give you an answer. That would be a disservice to your own ascension. We are reflections of your own truth. How you interpret us is your own kingdom, your own journey, your own will. Take these ideas to heart, experience them as they are, investigate and explore deep within your conscious, grow your gestalt to larger every day with your focus, and journey well, masters. This is Akina from the Ascension civilization. We bid you a good day. Hey guys, I'm back. I hope it didn't go to a thing. Oh, easy does it. Thank you so much for the $10. Thank you so much, darling. Well, there was Akina. Oh my God, I love channeling her. I haven't channeled her, and we talk, but I haven't never brought. We talk quite a bit, but I haven't brought her down through me in such a time. Well, that was exciting. That was really good. All right, everybody. I don't know if it went to commercial. I hope it didn't. But beautiful and powerful message. Thank you, Aim. And well, I think that's it, guys. We'll see you next week, and we'll know, I guess, where the two Earths are going from different ideas of perspectives. But those are just choices. You have to find it within yourself. I know where the fuck I'm putting my energy. I've been meditating it on every day this week, and I'll continue to do it with this since this last Sunday. Every day, I take an hour and I meditate on the earth that I want to create. The feeling, it's wonderful. Yes. And okay, guys. Smitty, I love you too, and we will see you in class. God, Wednesday's class. Smitty is going to be so good. I can't wait. Jenny, thank you so much. Thank you, Easy Does It. Thank you so much. All right, guys, I'm going to say goodnight, and we'll see you on next week. And I love you guys. If you need anything, Odyssey of Ascension. I know I can't wait. You can contact me by email, and I answer all my emails. You want to shoot the shit, you need something to talk about, whatever, don't hesitate. If you like and want to support the channel, you can do that in Super Chat. You can go to the donation on my PayPal right there on my website. And I love you guys. Happy November. Right? We'll see you all next week. Thank you so much for tuning in. A lot of people in here tonight. I thank you all for joining in and just giving us the thumbs up and everything. All right, guys. Thank you, Deb. Thank you, Costanello. Smitty, Easy Does It. Nora, there you are. Hi, darling. Thank you, Lucia. Thank you, Ella. Lucia came. Yay. Hi, thank you, guys. Everyone, I love you. Go awesome. Go find your magic. Go find it. Good night, masters. Good night, all. Thanks, Kim. Bye.